are now listening to the iWalter Show. Real talk about nothing.
Than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird brain, it's a plane, it's iWalter. Yes, it's iWalter, a strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. iWalter, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend ears with his annoying voice, and who, disguised as Walter Interranti, mild-mannered janitor for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, nonsense, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of iWalter.
Hey everyone, good morning. It's August 13th, this Thursday morning on iWalter. I keep on saying, I want to make these shows short, and they end up being like taking forever just to get through. I really do, because I'm actually doing laundry at almost 3:45 in the morning, 4:20, simply because this weekend I'm going to be so busy I'm not going to have time to do any of this stuff. Actually, a friend from work asked me if I wanted to go to a local diner in Lansdale. It was actually called American Star, and that actually put me a little bit behind, not by much, but I wanted to at least do my show because I have 2 more days, and then I set myself up with so much to do this coming Saturday. I don't know how I'm going to get it all fit in. I bought a ticket. I didn't want to. I accidentally bought this ticket to this Penhurst thing. That was $100 I really couldn't afford to spend, but here I end up spending it anyway. And then also I have a double concert to go to on Saturday night. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a fun-filled, packed day, but it's going to be like nonstop at this point, and it's in different parts of around my area. So it's not one's in Glenside, that's for the concerts, and the other one's up near Phoenixville, not too far from Phoenixville, so they're definitely in 2 different directions. Anyway, I have a couple different stories. This one actually I just put on. I'm going to try to get through these first. I don't know if I should do the stories first or actually my day. I'll tell you, though, it was interesting. It wasn't too bad. It's kind of weaned down. Unfortunately, it's weaned down too much at work. Like, there's almost like nothing to do, and that's not a good thing because we got people that are above me, they're techs, and they're just basically sitting there all day, and they're bitch and complain when they're being outsourced or, we call it flex flow to a different area, but yet they're not making an effort to do anything. They're sitting in rooms all night doing absolutely nothing, not even making an effort to do show that they have work to do. They prefer just to sit there, but if the challenge comes forth that, hey, listen, we see you sitting here, we're going to have to get rid of you. Oh, you can't do that. Well, you know what? I hate to tell you. Yeah, they actually can. God, this is pretty wild. I'm going to have to bookmark this one. Little kid is beating the crap out of this guy. She's like, I guess some type of kickboxer or something. She is really good. This kid's like only 5 years old. I have the sound turned off. 8-year-old boxing prodigy throws 100 punches a minute. Yeah, this girl's like a little pistol. I wouldn't want to get in the corner with her. She beat the crap out of me. Yeah, I gotta add that in my Facebook. It was actually the story I wasn't looking for. This kid is amazing now. I'm going to have to add this to my Facebook again. But yeah, these people, and it's starting to show. I hate to say it. Like, well, tonight when I went to the diner, I ate so much. That's another reason I'm up late. I just got to work off this food I ate. I mean, it's horrible. Oh, I just saw this one too. Yeah, it's horrible. I'm going to just put this on and share it so I can look at it. But yeah, I mean, the one girl I talk about wearing this spandex, I was thinking, okay, I got to fit this into my show tonight because it's too funny. But she wore, like, normally she changes her super tight spandex every day. Well, she wore the same pair of spandex today. She just put a really long shirt on top. And I said to a friend, I said, I'm going to use this for my show because I hate to say it, but I think part of her problem is it's already starting to show, like it's obviously showed with some other people, where I said, I got to use this joke online that the levees are ready to break with her, meaning that she's like, just from sitting around for this short period of time, she needs to wear that ultra tight spandex, which is not even actually working anymore because she's gotten so, like, her ass is getting so big that, like, again, the levees are breaking now. She's gotten extremely, like, her ass is putting on a lot of weight. She said, I've seen girls, I said this before, and it's true. I've seen girls that are really thin in the face, but they got huge freaking bodies. Well, I hate to say it, but this girl's heading that way. She's a cute girl, but she needs to wear that spandex because that's probably the only thing that kind of holds in the weight she's going to start to put on. And I've heard these stories before, not with her, but other women, as they're there for years, obviously, depending who it is, they don't look quite the same as when they start. Well, she's actually starting to put on some weight. And I wouldn't doubt before the end of the year that spandex is going to definitely pop because, sitting on your ass and doing absolutely nothing, getting away with it, takes its toll. Especially, I heard just a while back this girl was just feeding her face all the time, and it never really showed yet that she was putting on weight. But I think now it happened to a friend. He was really thin for years. Actually, two different friends, and when your metabolism starts to slow down, it's going to hit you all at once. If you're used to eating a certain way, that the weights is going to pile on really fast. And I think this girl at work, she's going to end up doing that, and that spandex is not going to be enough. It reminded me, I said to a friend, I got to use this. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was some movie they were showing a trailer for. I'm trying to lean over to grab. It was a trailer on that movie I bought, movie 43, and well, I can't tell by this box. This is not going to tell you. But it was basically this movie with Sandra Bullock and that comedian woman, the heavyset woman. They did a couple movies together, I think. But they played undercover cops, and Sandra Bullock's got on these under her clothes because they were trying to, like, I guess, hide weapons or something. But I don't know. I've never seen the film. My mom, I think, did a couple times. But she's got Sandra Bullock's got Spanx, the spandex pants that hold everything in under her clothes, and I can't remember that comedian. I think her name's Melissa something. She was on Saturday Night Live, I believe, and I know my mother likes her. And Melissa McCarthy, I think, or something like that. Well, yeah, she was asking, okay, why are you wearing Spanx? And then what do you call it? Sandra Bullock says, well, it holds everything in. It pushes everything in the right places, and it pushes it back. And it's like, yeah, this is like this girl at work. She wears, and I try to explain this to people, friends, that's why she wears this stuff. She wears this really ultra tight spandex, and it's like this Spanx, which actually the full body version, and not just the things you wear as underwear. That's what you call compression clothes, and the compression clothes does exactly what Spanx does. Now that stopped like almost working. Like this, I think the fabric of these clothes she has on is like saying, you know what, we can't handle this anymore. It's starting to wear thin on her. Her body's starting to push through on even this stuff that pushes everything back. So again, I wanted to make that joke, like the levees are ready to break. So that was pretty entertaining in my own mind. So I don't know how it came across. So it was that, and then it was like the woman who had insulted me the other day that I heard from a friend saying I got to watch my mouth, and what I basically say, hey, you know what, we caught something. It's like, you got to understand these people at this job. I don't care how minute the detail might be that you find something that is not right. In my mind, you got to report everything, because I work at a place, we make certain types of pharmaceutical drugs, some of them are actually not even been produced yet. They just got approved for a patent. And the last thing you want to do is say, yeah, well, we don't want to make sure we don't start any, we don't want to hear anybody make trouble for us because it's going to make us more work. And, if there's more work, we can't handle that. You're making it more difficult on us. Yeah, I hate to tell you, but yeah, if there is like the most minute thing that ends up in these drugs, that's going to end up in somebody's body, and if it ends up in somebody's body, you're going to be talking some lawsuits if they die from it. So again, people just don't seem to understand it. I don't know the logic of some of the people I work with. Trust me, I don't think there is any. But this one woman, I went off on a stray because I'm actually really tired. I actually fell asleep. I started snoring at work for a split second. I caught myself when I started dozing off. So I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, even though I got to watch some laundry now as well. But yeah, what was I going to say? This one woman who insulted me, she, keeping the names anonymous. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, trust me. But she was used to getting away with a lot of stuff. She was working like overtime. She was working 16-hour shifts every day. Because she, I hate to say it, and she doesn't know who I'm talking about. Nobody knows who I'm talking about, and I'm going to keep it that way. But no offense, I remember I started with this particular woman, and as soon as I got hired and she got hired the same day, we had to go for a training, and she made sure before that training started, she had a ring on her finger, and that she was made sure that everybody seen that she was engaged. Well, it was just me and her. We were the only two that got hired at this point. But she made sure that I knew that she was engaged to get married. And not too long after that, she made sure to know that, every year she was pregnant with another child. So, and my one friend says, yeah, she's very compulsive. Now she's trying to buy some enormously expensive home, and her job's not even stable. So I kind of went off on stray with this woman. This is the same woman who also insulted me, by the way. Not to my face, behind my back, of course. Well, it's gotten to the point, though, they said that, the job she had, that's what I was trying to say. The job she had, she was working 16 hours almost practically like 7 days a week. And the way she was able to do that, because she never looked tired, is she worked first and third shift. Well, third shift, she basically slept in a locker room all night. And then on first shift, she would do her job. So, hey, anybody can do that. Hey, I could sleep for 8 hours. Not very comfortably because it would probably be in a chair or on a bench, but she found a way to make it work for her, and then she would work her regular 8 hours, and she got paid for 16 hours of work. So what happened is thank God, she lost that job. Somebody, bumped her out of her job. She got a different job, and she's still trying to work all these hours, but she's got to stay awake. She can't play that game of like, oh, I'm going to be working 16-hour shifts 7 days a week. And yeah, I know it's illegal to do that, but trust me, where I work, I think people get away with a lot more than they're supposed to. I heard that she's trying to do all these shifts, and she's burning herself out. And my friend said she looks like she's aged in such a short period of time, like a matter of months. Looks like she's aged, quote unquote. For my friend, she looks like she looks 10 years older than she already has. So again, I keep the names anonymous because this is supposed to be between me and my friend. But again, if I keep the names out, I'm just talking hearsay. So that was pretty good. I call that karma, by the way. I really call that karma. Okay, you're making insults about me, and you look at yourself. You're killing yourself. So, hey, what comes around goes around is certainly the truth there. Tenfold for her. And the funny thing is, this guy she married, I'm sorry, I mean, she was really cute when she started, this woman, but she really haggard herself out and got stretch marks. She's out of shape, and she's tiny too. Well, figuratively speaking, she's only like 5 foot tall, 5'2", but she looks a mess, and even more so now. And the husband she married is like a real deadbeat, apparently. I'm not saying my friend said it. I'm just saying this from what I've heard from other people and what I've gathered by what I see myself. Not that I've ever seen her husband, but the guy sounds like a real deadbeat. Like he doesn't work very much before he gets laid off or removed from certain jobs, which means he's not, basically job material for anybody. So he's like basically a stay-at-home deadbeat dad who this woman is working all the time. I'm going to drink. I got iced tea tonight. So I just don't understand it, like how these guys can basically just sit on their ass, get a woman pregnant, and they serve you like at your beck and call. Like, I love to meet a woman like that. Only thing is, I am so hyper, I couldn't sit on my ass for, and just like get the woman pregnant and have her go to work all the time while I just sit at home watching TV all day. I'm not saying this guy does that, but he's not too far off from being about that much of a deadbeat, from what I've heard. So, hey, whatever, you asked for it, so you got it. So anyway, yeah, the icing on the cake was finding out that she's like made her face looks all pruned up and wrinkled. I'm 48 and she's actually not even 40 yet, and she looks 10 years older. So she's like actually she looks as old as I do, maybe older. Sorry about it. I'm gonna be doing this during the course of the night because I just want to get this done. I got some stuff to do. So anyway, hey. Anywhere I can get karma, I will. So maybe that one girl will blow up like a balloon. The one who thinks her shit doesn't. Well, the one who wears the spandex all the time and hides it from me. Her figure, which is going to go from like an hourglass probably to a peach. So I won't have to worry about that anymore. And then the other one's basically making herself haggard. So I'm all the way around. I'm winning. I told you I'm going to be taking drinks all night, so I apologize. I'm waiting to get my new computer, which I'm not going to even have a chance to check it out because I'll be busy all weekend. And definitely tired by Sunday. Then I got to go back to the hell pace of work again on Monday. Fortunately for me, I think pretty soon, I guess it's the end of the month or something, we'll have a Labor Day weekend or something like that. I forget. It's one of these. Memorial Day, Labor Day, I am so bad, and I should know better. It's about holidays in our country, but I hate to say it, I really don't know. So anyway, on a lighter note, I just wanted to get the heavy-duty stuff off quickly tonight. I actually got on the background. I'm going to take a look. Oh, it's commercial. It's actually over now. It was Hitchcock, and now it's the show... I can't remember. It's not even important, but it's all these classic shows on memorable entertainment, which is great because that's what I have up as my next article. MeTV, Channel 2 in Philadelphia. I got them on my Facebook page, and I actually pulled this article. It's a Star Trek one from this woman at work that loves Star Trek. She's my age. She's my twin technically because she was born the exact same day I was. Different years, but the exact same day. Anyway, it says, now this is really cool too. It has a picture of Shatner back in the day as the captain of Starship Enterprise. It's titled Syracuse Professor Will Offer Free Online Star Trek Course This Fall. So, hey, I made sure to send it to this lady, and there's a way where you can register for this too. This is all memorable entertainment. Oh, this doctor, I wish I would have known this. He previously offered a class for Doctor Who, and I missed out on that one. That really pisses me off. You can watch Star Trek every weekend on MeTV. You can chat about it with your friends on Twitter. You can hit the Trekkie conventions. You can take the Star Trek cruise. You can even pay for everything with your Star Trek credit card. But what if you could dive really, really deep into the history and philosophy of the iconic sci-fi series on academic level? So there's a little bit more, but I want to get through these stories because I got things to do tonight. And it says basically this professor is going to offer, I guess, Syracuse professor Anthony Rolotto. Actually, it looks like Rollo, but it's Rolotto, has been teaching track classes for half a decade at his school in upstate New York. Beginning next month, though, the course will be available online to all for free. I should send to my friend. We always make jokes with his brother about things being for free. It's an inside joke, trust me. Not 10 inches up like that guy who had that mic up his ass yesterday, I read. But yeah, it's an inside joke. So anyway, yeah, you might want to check that out if you're a big Star Trek fan, like the one woman at work is. And you can find it on Wednesday, August 12th is when it was posted. And it was about this Syracuse professor who is often free Star Trek academic level, college level classes for free, so on Star Trek. So this story I had to put in because it was just definitely very morbid and interesting. It was on a website called mandatory.com, and it says, North Carolina man dressed up like a clown and tried to cut up a woman with an axe. So what is it with these freaking clowns? They made a joke in a political thing showing all the Republicans as being clowns and Donald Trump being the head one. That really insulted me, so trust me, I'm surprised I'm even bringing it up. It's like, you know what? The media and the press just can't stand the fact that the Republicans actually got the upper hand right now. But look who you got. You really do have a clown as a president, so you won that battle, and he still had him for like over 7 years now. So you know what? It's obviously you can't. You can dish it out, but you can't take it, kind of deal. Let me take a look. Okay, I still can't figure out. I forgot the name of this show. Thriller. That's the name of the show. It's a TV show called Thriller. The guy, he was known for horror movies. Yeah, I don't have my mic on hand. It's not that big of a deal, actually. But it's going to bother me now because it's that OCD thing kicking in for me. I'll admit to that. Thriller TV series. Alrighty, yeah, that's what's on right now. It actually started. Hey, short attention span, everything. Boris Karloff actually was the one who was a person who, basically was like the Shatner of this show. It was originally first episode was on September 13th, 1960, and it ran for 2 years. Ended April 30th, 1962. So I got that out of my system. Going back to this clown story, folks, though, according to the New York Daily News, a North Carolina judge has issued an arrest warrant for a 28-year-old maniac who went to a woman's house at 4:30 a.m., like when I'm on the air, so it was not me, though, last Friday and tried to cut her up with an axe. As he did so, while he was wearing a clown mask and multicolored wig. This is no joke. The woman was able to fight off the assailant and somehow managed to remove his mask. At this point, she was able to identify her attacker as an acquaintance named Jimmy Daniel Raybon, but she told the police that she had no idea what his motive was. And they have pictures of this guy. He's some goofy-looking white guy. Yes, I'm using a derogatory term on a white guy now. Raybon has eluded the authorities so far, but if police eventually catch up with him, it will be the 11th time he has been arrested. That means he would have had a rap sheet than, basically a longer rap sheet than DMX, with arrest ranging from assault on a female, false imprisonment, and larceny, and in what he looks like without a clown suit. They have the pictures. So, yeah, that was pretty weird. I didn't fuck it up too much, I don't think. Anyway, there was a story on bloodydisgusting.com. Don't ask me why it's there, but it's because you're going to find out why I'm saying this. bloodydisgusting.com, a rumor Wonder Woman crossed swords with Doomsday in Batman vs. Superman. So it's back to that again. I guess I ran out of things to talk about. It actually got 607 shares on Facebook. It's basically saying that Wonder Woman is going to basically go face-to-face in a fight in the upcoming Batman vs. Superman movie with Doomsday. Now, I'm kind of curious because I remember reading last night that they actually did show unpolished copy of Batman versus Superman. I'm just wondering how long it's going to be until that leaks out onto the torrent sites, because I'll probably be kind of impatient enough to try to find and get myself in trouble looking for that. Because trust me, if it's out in Hollywood and they did have a private screening of a rough copy, you know it's going to hit the internet. So I'm not going to read that, but again, it's just weird to see it on there. This was pretty cool, the different story, moviepilot.com. The biggest shark ever has been discovered, and this brave diver just totally high-fived it. Again, moviepilot.com. It's about a shark. These stories are just like non-relevant to what they're supposed to be talking about or posting. That was posted August 12th. And it's kind of weird because they're kind of comparing to the shark in Jaws, which obviously looks very mechanical. You can see the hinges in its mouth. I still love that movie, don't get me wrong. But this shark is like literally probably almost twice the size as that mechanical shark in Jaws. The funny thing is, the thing looks like it's freaking timid. Sorry, I slipped there. I'm going to put that video mark on there. Yeah, the thing, like they have a shark cage, and the shark is like 3 times the size of the shark cage, but it's like a big freaking dog, the way it's acting. It's like, and it's a great white. That's the weird thing. I mean, the thing is massively big. It is like, but it's like, when you look at the video, they make it out, oh yeah, this big great white shark is like, they, are face to face with this big white shark, great white shark. And the thing is, it's like the size of a freaking whale. But you watch the video and the pictures, the thing looks like it's timid. So to me, I think it was just entertaining. I would not want to get that close, because if it ever got hungry, I would be definitely a toothpick or a little hors d'oeuvre for this freaking thing for the size of it. It says basically the incredible footage was filmed at Mexico's Galapagos Island, the seasonal home of dozens of great white sharks. The island became very popular for shark divers. This ginormous, it actually says that, ginormous new shark has been nicknamed Deep Blue, and was filmed by Morocco Hindos. I can't say that name, trust me, forget it. I'm not even trying to say it. But it's amazing. They did get really close. Yeah, you got to be risky, because these are definitely, as Rush would probably say, it's a wild animal. But, yeah, it is humongous. But it looks kind of like it was, I guess it was, maybe it was well fed. I don't know. It ate something to get that big, because it looks actually like it needs to go on a Weight Watchers diet. Because not only is this shark really big, but it also looks like it's obese. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, it's not even like it's on steroids. It's like, okay, it ate, it needs to literally go to Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers, because it's like freaking humongously fat too for a shark. So I don't know how it got so fat, but yeah, it's a fat shark. Well, I guess they're predatorial, and their whole objective is where their next meal is going to come in the next minute. So that one definitely is like a dog that, you got to take the dish away after a while, because that thing fucking ate too much. So anyway, that was that story. My next story is on iHorror.com, and it's another story. I'm sorry, I basically read this story to death, but it's on, I'm sorry, but it's Friday the 13th, the TV series. The CW developing Friday the 13th series. Yeah, I read this like every day, at least 5 times. It was reported last year the television series based on Friday the 13th franchise was in the works, though it seemed that one of those projects that likely was never going to actually take place. But now they're saying, yes, it is. But the rumors were true, as Jason, I keep on belching from the food I ate. As Jason is indeed getting set in a slash-up big screen as well. Yeah, I've announced that numerous times. I realize that. So it's just like they ran out of things, I guess, to to actually. I got to say, these pictures are really hot. Not of Jason, trust me. I'm not talking about that. But it's somebody dressed up like Uma Thurman. Wow. I should know her name. I love her. But it isn't. It's somebody else dressed up as Poison Ivory. Did I tell you I really love that movie with Poison? That's I'll get it right eventually. That Batman. And that particular Batman I really like because I'm just like, I have had a, oh my God, I'm not even kidding. They posted another Friday the 13th story. So I'm going to put that on my Facebook. This is crazy. I mean, this is as bad as that time I reported the Batman versus Superman is being popped up all the time. Movie pilot, it's an official. CW is bringing the Friday the 13th series. We're also being seen Jason Voorhees. So this is a different story. This is crazy. And I don't even know. I think the other one was from a movie, you know, what I just mentioned. I really want to get, that was the main story I wanted to read is actually here now that I see it. But I think I kind of told you what I needed to tell you about Friday the 13th. I just want to make sure I take that off my list of things to read now. Well, it is now. This should have been like the first story I would have really wanted to touch upon. And this was actually on, I'm going to pull it up again, Bearcroft TV. And it's a really touching story. And it's about this kid. They call him Butterfly Boy because he keeps on, like, this kid's only going to live to 25. He is such an adorable kid. And he's always in a lot of constant pain. That's why, you know, I really wanted to post this first. And I think it's like actually grabbing a lot of people because to watch the video is just like, you're going to definitely shed some tears. Trust me. It's really sad. Barcroft TV brings you a new short film every weekend featuring animals, amazing real life stories, and inspirational lives. But this kid is amazing. His skin literally gets lacerations. He's got some rare disease that his skin just basically blisters all the time. And it's really, really sad. I could barely get through watching the video. I actually not to be mean, but I almost had to turn it off a few times just because it was so upsetting to see this kid. And he's got like a really chipper attitude considering what he goes through every single day. He's in so much pain, it's not even funny. And his main thing that keeps him alive is his mother. She takes care of him. And he has an older sister, but it's just like this kid needs constant attention because he's got these blisters over his skin, his hands, his face. And, I mean, he's got like an outlook that I wouldn't even have. I'm telling you. I thought there might be something that discusses it, but it's mainly you have to watch the video. But trust me, it is very upsetting for this kid. I mean, it will definitely make you cry. And I'm not even saying that just to be a smart ass. I am really being honest. So I would say check it out. Because it definitely, you know, needs to be acknowledged. This poor kid. So let me see what my next story is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get back to my main thing. That was actually one of the main things. Yeah, you know what? This was pretty cool. My one friend on Facebook, and actually I work with this guy indirectly now. In the Morning Call, it's a newspaper in Lansdale, I think, or at least in Montgomery County. There's some pictures of malls of the Lehigh Valley then and now. And these are really cool pictures because this is like stuff I probably almost slightly remember growing up because I was born in 67. There's like 46 pictures. And these are places that are no longer around. Westgate Mall, never heard of it. George's IGA. I remember the King of Prussia back when it was like an open mall from years ago. Another picture of, I guess, change in the Lehigh Valley Mall. More Lehigh Valley Mall. Westgate Mall. You know, they show then and now, you know, how they changed it. And some of these actually, Bambergers, back in the day, but some of these pictures actually remind me of, the King of Prussia Mall when I was growing up, these older pictures. But yeah, it actually also reminds me of, don't ask me why, but Dawn of the Dead, because, you know, George Romero actually did shoot that, I think in Pittsburgh or outside of Pittsburgh, that particular film. And, you know, that was done in, like, I think the early 80s or something. So some of these malls kind of remind me of when he shot that film. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these pictures actually is from that mall itself. But it's in the Morning Call. It's really cool pictures. I had to grab my breath, too. I had some other stories. There's a story that I did open up, and I'm not sure where it is in this pile. But it was if I come to it, it's cool. If you want to read it, it just caught my attention. I did put it on my Facebook page. First look at the Black Panther and Winter Soldier on Captain America's Civil War set. So there's a bunch of pictures on comicbookmovie.com. Though it's not Chadwick Boseman and Sebastian Stan suited up, their stunt doubles have been spotted on the set, giving us the first look at the Black Panther costume. So, yeah, there was that. And you know what? This was pretty weird, too. I do have my pile mix. And that's actually only a video, unfortunately. But check it out. It was on Break.com, and it says first-hand footage of a massive gas explosion. It's somewhere in China, because I can't pronounce that name either of the area it happened. But it said numbers are between 400 to 1,000 injured. It looks like an atomic bomb went off. It was a gas explosion in China. And I did have that in. Yeah, there's a little bit more, but I've already kind of gave you an idea of the Black Panther one. So, yeah, there is some pictures. That's on comicbookmovie.com again. Update 2, first look at Black Panther and Winter Soldier on Captain America's Civil War set. And, yeah, it's got a good, decent amount of pictures if you like spoilers, I guess. So, but these are with the stunt guys, basically. I can try to describe it, but I probably wouldn't do a good job. I'm not going to read this one either. Another one from well, it's actually just comicbook.com. I think there's 2 different ones. Constantine to guest on on Arrow. Matt Ryan will reprise his role as John Constantine. Was that like a movie on its own at one point? In the upcoming season of Arrow on the CW, announced today on the Television Critics Association. See, I don't really watch Arrow. Honestly, I buy all these shows, and I've stopped watching most of them. The next one I'm going to probably watch is going to be Doctor Who, because you know what's mentioned in that? There's an article on Cinema Blend, and it says the Doctor Who Season 9 trailer is heavy on action. Macy Williams. Doctor Who is gearing up for the return of this to the schedule for its 9th season, and BBC America has finally released a new trailer for the upcoming episodes. The new trailer is heavy on the action, but heavily light on the spoiler alerts, and the feature appearances from a slew of villains and characters who will be popping up in Season 9. Check out the fun in this intense trailer, which I probably already did watch. Now, the only thing that ruins it for me, honestly, though, is the fact that they made the Master now into a woman. She's like a very attractive lady, but hey, I grew up with Roger Delgado and Anthony Ainley and some other characters who played the Master, but they were always men. And not to be a prude, but now they changed the Master into a woman, and it's just not that good. It's a real turnoff, personally. And don't trust me, I love the woman. She's pretty, nice looking. They even changed the Master. Now they call him, or now that she's a her, they call the Master Missy. And it's like, this is just ridiculous. This political correctness has got to fucking stop. Anyway, I found this on Facebook. I thought it was really funny, actually, because I used to love this guy when I was a kid. I used to watch him, Uncle Floyd. He was from New Jersey. He now put a promotional campaign or an advertisement for himself. And he's gotten kind of fat and old now. Not real old, but he's got kind of chunky looking. But that was back in the 80s when I remember him. He put up an advertisement if you want to hire him out for parties or private get-togethers or fundraisers. He's there, and he has his phone number. I'm not even joking. Official Uncle Floyd, comedian, fundraiser, piano player. Call 570-421. This is a real number. 5666. So it's 570 area code 421-5666. Today, the book Uncle Floyd for your charity fundraisers, private parties, and special events. I mean, that's pretty bad. This man, and he's even saying for wedding receptions. So, I mean, that guy had his own TV show. I know it was on PBS, but now he's like trying to like put himself out for basically he's whoring himself out because he's so desperate, I guess. I don't know. He was a great guy back in the day, but that's an all-time new low to stoop, in my opinion. That might even actually be the last story I'll do tonight because I'm not going to keep it long. It's already 20 after 4. So, everyone, yeah, I will leave it at that because I'll make it short and simple. Everyone have a good morning. It is Thursday. I'm going to keep it short because actually tomorrow I won't be able to do a show. So, everyone, have a good weekend. I'm going to be starting early because when I get home tomorrow night, it's going to be Friday morning. So, I'll see. Maybe I will do a show. I'm not sure yet. But have a good one. Hopefully you enjoyed what I did so tonight. Signing off.